All right, how we doing tonight? Watching any Thursday night football? I always like watching the Chiefs play because every week it seems like Patrick Mahomes does something you just don't think he should be able to do. So I like watching them play. Anyway, tonight, what are we opening up? Handful of things. It will be a four-box inner case of Vertex football from 2017. We're going to open ourselves a second case of Leaf Metal Draft that just came out yesterday. And then we're going to do a Topps Chrome mixer. Woohoo! I know. I got a bunch more baseball mixers I need to do too. Plus some football ones and some basketball ones. I know. I'm behind. I'm always behind. But we're going to get them. We'll get them in before too long. We are taking a look right now at breaks that are we're not taking a look at breaks that are coming up. We're taking a look at a note about feedback, and that is to let you know that my feedback is completely automated on eBay, and I do that really just so you don't have to wait on me, because I might have mentioned I'm kind of always running behind, right? I've always got 15 irons in the fire at once. So this way, anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return without having to wait on me. And of course, the second and most important thing there is to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks with me, many of you that hang out and chat and keep me company along the way as well. Now we're looking at things that are listed on eBay that we're going to be breaking over the next 5 nights. So tomorrow night, we're going to start early at 9 o'clock. And that's because it's going to be kind of a long break tomorrow night, but we have 2 awesome products coming out, and I really wanted to break them both. So we're just going to start early to get that done. We will do a 16-box master case break of Revolution basketball. So that is 2 8-box cases put together in that break. And then we'll also do a half case of Bowman Draft Jumbo. And that doesn't sound like a lot when you hear 4-box half case, but really it is. It's going to be like 15 or 1600 cards in that Bowman Draft Jumbo. So we're going to be plenty busy tomorrow night. On Saturday, we will open a 4th and goal football box. It has 4 autographed items in it: full-size helmet, mini helmet, jersey, and photograph. We will open another half case of 1819 Flawless Collegiate. It will be the start of a new case. We will open another 8-box case of Playbook football and the back half of Elite Extra Edition that we started last night. We're going to finish up that case on Saturday night. On Sunday, we will open a Hit Parade licensed football jersey. So what that means is they just guarantee us it's not a custom. It will be an actual NFL licensed jersey that's autographed in that one. A 3rd case of Leaf Metal Draft, and we will open a case of Obsidian football on Sunday night. Monday night, we will open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey, the back half of that Bowman Draft Jumbo that we're going to start tomorrow night. On Friday night, we'll finish it on Monday. On Tuesday, we'll open more Flawless Collegiate, and we will open another 16-box master case of Revolution basketball. So I know we got a lot of stuff coming out this week, a lot of stuff to work through, but we're eventually going to get there. Now, this is what we're breaking tonight, and this is also the order that it's going in, okay? So it's going to be Vertex first, Leaf Metal Draft is second, Topps Chrome is third. So if you are here for Topps Chrome, I'm going to say you've probably got, oh gosh, I would say maybe 45 minutes, even up to an hour, just depending on whether or not we find redemptions and how much stuff has to be looked up and that kind of thing. But I would say somewhere in that neighborhood if you're here for Topps Chrome. Now, the other thing you need to know about on this page, 2 pieces of information. One is shipping date. Everything that we're breaking tonight should be out the door and on the way to you no later than Monday. Now, there's a real strong possibility it will get out the door to you faster than that, but it certainly shouldn't be any later than Monday the 17th. Consolation cards is the last piece of information that you need to know about here tonight. And here's what that means. If you're in one of these breaks and your team doesn't pull anything at all, not a single base card, not one thing, you are entitled to a consolation card or cards. And because these are all paid shipping breaks, if you are due consolation cards, they will ship out just with the rest of the break. So right alongside everything else, they would ship out. I do keep track of that stuff for 90 days. So if you happen to be due any other consolation cards that maybe were from past breaks that had free shipping, those would also be gathered up and included with your package that would go out. So that's how that works. Let me know if you have any questions about it. So first up is a 4-box case of 2017 Vertex football. Why do I keep saying it is number 1? It is not number 1. I don't know why I have done that consistently. It is case break number 2 that I know of, and really I think we broke some before, but I couldn't find the numbering, so we just kind of started over with 1 the other week. And of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, December the 13th, and we're live streaming same night that it ended. Team names are on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. I might have a team or two in here that is unpaid, and I don't remember. So I will check that out real quickly. If you bear with me here a second, I'll see if I can figure that out, if it's worth doing anything with or not. I don't think that there was a ton of stuff that I was looking at, but I do think there might have been a person or two that had something unpaid. If I can get us there, I will, and if not, we'll just move on, because sometimes eBay is really slow. So while I'm waiting for stupid eBay to take me to the right page that I need to be on, let's start taking a look at chat. So Scott is here, Robert Jaworski is here, and I apologize if I butchered your last name. I probably did, but you know what? That happens a lot. I am really bad with name pronunciation, so sorry about that. Glenn is here. You're looking for Leonard Fournette tonight. All right. We'll see what we can do about that. J-Rob, I don't know yet what I'm going to do with those sapphire boxes. I don't know if I want to sell them, break them, or open them myself. I'm not sure. That's why I've got them sitting there on the table and kind of trying to decide what to do with them. Jake is here, and who else? John is here, and who else? Latchman's here. And Robert, you like Topps Chrome? Yeah, me too, me too. J-Rob, you're asking again about the Topps Sapphire. You said you lost the feed. I'm kind of catching up on chat, so I don't know if you were back on by the time that you heard me say that or not. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I haven't decided. Break them, sell them, or open them myself. I'm still up in the air. And Robert, this is your first time joining us tonight. Well, cool, man. Thank you for joining. Welcome. We are glad to have you. And I think that catches us up. So yeah, guys, I do have a couple of teams unpaid here. If anybody is interested in them, it is the Cardinals and the Bengals in Vertex. And you know what? They were $19 combined, that not counting the shipping. So it's not really that big a deal. So if someone wants to pick it up, cool. If you don't want to pick it up, you know, that's not that I can live with that. I mean, my goodness. This particular break of Vertex did really badly, so losing another $20 on top of what I already went in the hole on doesn't really matter on this one. So it's kind of up to you guys. Last but not least, you probably noticed a second ago that the background went out of focus. That is intentional. That's because I don't like autofocus. It zooms in and out. It makes me crazy, and I take it off. And when I do, I usually set it manually so that I can look at the cards up like really super close to the camera. And when I do that setting, yeah, that's what makes the background go out of focus. So that's the deal there, kids. Scott, you said you'll take them. You want them both. Actually, Scott, you really want both teams in here, or were you just like saying that? Because I'm not sure if you do or if you don't. So jump in there and let me know. Robert, you pulled a Trout 1-of-1 superstar sensation. Well, Merry Christmas, brother. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever anybody is celebrating in the month of December, because that is an excellent pull worth a lot of dinero. Hi, Martin. And Jordan says he'll take the Cardinals. I would assume that is if Scott is not really taking them, and I'm not sure if Scott was really taking them or not. Because sometimes you never know. This is Scott, if he's kidding or not. And Glenn says he would take them too, so we'll see where we end up here in a minute. Jared, this is your first time breaking as well. Well, welcome. We're going to get you to that Topps Chrome as quickly as I can. And Bengals, you're saying, Glenn, you want the Bengals. Stang Lover is here. So guys, you really do want them both, Scott. Okay, cool. You have got my email info, right? So you can, or the one I use for PayPal. So you can just shoot that over, or if you need me to type it in, I can. But Scott, I trust you to send it over, brother. But what I guess I do need to do though is cancel it out of eBay. So hang on and let me get that much done. And then I'll note the spreadsheet that is coming to you. Again, that's the Cardinals and the Bengals here in Vertex because they are unpaid. So let me get it canceled. And then I will change up the spreadsheet and we'll be good to go. So give me a hot second to get logged in here and get that done. All these people that don't pay their bills, they make our lives difficult, don't they? Fortunately, we don't have it happen too often. And then you guys are always good about jumping in and picking up that kind of random stuff, which I really do appreciate. And what is this? I don't even know. Good grief. They've got some kind of other weird stuff here about trying to cancel the order. Now they've got some kind of big drop down menu. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I got some kind of whole other thing I've never seen before on eBay when I go in to cancel this. So I need to see what it is doing here. Interesting. Yeah, so you can't just like go in and just do whatever now. You have to do... Oh, it now opens a case against the person. Oh, brother. Okay, so, Scott, don't send it yet because I don't know what in the heck is happening here. This is a whole new thing that I have not ever seen before. And I'm trying to read it across the way there at the same time that I'm doing this. But it says that now the buyer has to approve it or it doesn't cancel it. Huh. So interesting. That's going to throw a new wrinkle into things, isn't it, guys? And so you have to wait 7 days now for the buyer to respond. You can't just cancel it. And I mean, I guess you could refund them after the fact, after they paid for it, but you can't cancel it on the front side. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Well, that's going to make life difficult. So I guess, Scott, here's what I would tell you, man. I will see if I hear from this guy basically by tomorrow. If I haven't heard from him by tomorrow, then I'll just go ahead and send you the cards regardless of what happens, because we're not going to wait 7 days to find out, I don't guess. And then if he hasn't, you know, then if he pays for it after that, then I guess I'll just have to refund him and whatever. I don't know. This is weird. To look into that more later. Super strange. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, guys. For those of you who are new, especially, that's a terrible way to start things off, isn't it? It's usually not this bad. Anthony, you need some Bills and Jets mojo. All right. Well, hopefully we can conjure some up for you. Now, let's rock and roll, kids. We have got a Myles Garrett base Golden Tate, Tyreek Hill. Of course, you guys know we always have several base cards in each one of our packs. And then we've got a little dual team deal here that we're going to be divvying up shortly, unless the same person happens to own both the Panthers and the Broncos. That would go to random, so it's going to sit right up there in our happy little housekeeping area. We have an Air Supremacy insert for Mr. Jimmy G. Drew Brees and the Saints with a relic numbered to 25. Yeah, Scott, for sure, man. I will let you know tomorrow what's going on with it. I don't really even quite understand what happened there. I'm going to have to look into that more myself. That's some new eBay thing. You know, they're always unleashing some fresh hell on us. That seems to be the latest. Joe Williams and the 49ers. That is numbered to 99. And, of course, that's our handsome little Cornerstones card there. Hard-signed autograph. And your quad relics, sadly, all the same color. Delaney Walker was, of course, a base card, which I forgot to just pull forward at the beginning. Minnesota Scenes is here. Hi, Minnesota. Looking for some Patriots. I'll pull for your Patriots tonight, but you know I got to be for the black gold this weekend when they play my Steelers. We have Blake Bortles, Marshawn Lynch, Jason Witten, and Adrian Peterson as a Cardinal on that one. Mr. Marcus Mariota to 99. Next up is, oh look, a blank card. Meant to foil all those nasty little pack feelers out there who try to just grab the good packs by how they feel. Air Supremacy insert for the Bengals. Cliff Branch Super Bowl autograph for the Raiders. Wow, man, that's pretty cool. I love pulling these old dudes out of here. So if you get the Raiders, I have to tell you, I think that is really cool. And then we have Matt Breida for the 49ers, number 299. As we roll on along here through Vertex. Oh yeah, Minnesota. I like these cards a lot. They're very high quality, nice cards. They should be. I mean, they're, you know, a couple $100 a box. So yeah, they should be nice. This is Eli Manning for the Giants. The Bills with Tyrod Taylor, Jason Witten again, Adrian Peterson as a Cardinal again. We have another past and present insert. This one is Titans on both sides, so we don't have to worry about any random with that. Got the same team all across the board. Jay Ajayi for the Eagles with the ground game insert. Carlos Hyde. Are the 49ers going to hit again? Yeah, they are. And Mr. Carlos Hyde is numbered to 25 with a nice two-color relic. Here comes Curtis Samuel out for the Carolina Panthers, numbered to 99. Hard signed autograph. You've got your quad relics on the cornerstones. You know who's not here tonight? Is Jay Allen in here? Is he here, Scott? Did you see him earlier? In chat, there was a lot of chat, and I was trying to keep up, but I was also, you know, distracted checking on the unpaid stuff, and then the crazy new eBay change to order cancellations, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So, no, he's not in here? Oh, I wonder where he is. He always likes the Panthers. There's Alex Smith for Kansas City, the Cardinals with Carson Palmer, the Redskins Chris Thompson, and Zeke for the Cowboys. And we have ourselves another dual team card, Redskins and the Giants. Nemesis is the card set on those. Deshaun Kaiser with an Air Supremacy insert. Devontae Parker and the Miami Dolphins. That is numbered to 49 with your relic. And the Bengals hit out with Geno Atkins. Well, that does increase the odds that I would eventually get paid by the original person. That is numbered to 99. You've got quad relics and the hard signed autograph there. Well, I think he has teams in here tonight, though, Scott. I'm pretty sure Jay Allen has teams. Maybe it's not in this product. Maybe it's in one of the other products. But I'm almost certain. I'm not 100% certain because y'all know. I said y'all because you guys know that I am not really skilled in remembering who has what team. But I could have sworn that I copied and pasted his username into the spreadsheet tonight. I thought he had teams tonight, but maybe not. It's Le'Veon Bell to 99 for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Flacco base for the Ravens. Oh, my base got turned around, didn't it? For the Cowboys, Cole Beasley, Tyler Eifert, and the Bengals, Kirk Cousins as a Redskin. Then we have number to 199 for the Giants. It's Wayne Gallman. Difference makers insert. Stang Lover, you need the Ravens. You specifically want Ray Lewis. And the Chargers. Okay. You want LaDainian Tomlinson and Melvin Gordon. All right. We'll see what we can do. Redemption. You know, I'm evil, mean, cruel, awful. Stays face down till the end of the break. Air Supremacy, Deshaun Watson and the Texans, and blank card. Yeah, Scott, I know he has definitely been on a rough go of it. I mean, I think, well, you know that well. You had a little bad spell there yourself for a week or two where you weren't hitting that much. So, yeah, I mean, for sure that happens, and it is not fun when you're on that side of it. I know. Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater. There's the Patriots, Tom Brady, Stephon Diggs. Vikings, Robbie Anderson for the Jets. I've told you guys many times I would get the same way, but then the first time I would hit something that I really liked, it's like, oh, I would forget all about all that other stuff. But it takes getting that hit, you know, and then you're like, okay, yeah, now I'm not so worried about the other. Well, look at this. It is LaDainian Tomlinson, but Stang Lover, it says a Jet. Oh, man, that is to 99. You called the player, but it's on the opposite team. Though you don't see very many LaDainian Tomlinsons for the Jets either. So I know Stang Lover's cussing up a blue streak on that one. I would be too. That is numbered to 25. It's Antonio Gates. That is your Chargers, of course. And then we have a little insert here, Joe Mixon and the Bengals. Minnesota, you said you don't think your Tom Brady patch is going to happen tonight. Why do you think that? Why do you think the mojo's not going to work for you tonight? Past and present, there is the Packers and the Bears. It's got to set up there in housekeeping. Anthony, you have a Ray Lewis 1 of 1 out of a box of Vertex. Very nice, man. Very nice. We pulled that Ravens football helmet the other day wasn't that Ray Lewis? I think it was. That full-size helmet, because nobody bought the Ravens that night. Whatever it is, it's sitting in my my other room right now because it was an unsold team. Khalil Mack and the Raiders. That is the Eagles and Carson Wentz. Zach Ertz and the Eagles, and the Broncos with Von Miller. Did you guys hear that Carson Wentz officially has a fracture or a break in his back? Jordan Howard to 10 for the Bears. I mean, he's been playing, you know, kind of with back issues for several weeks now, but I guess apparently they did a CT scan of it this week and found that it is actually fractured. Air Supremacy, Matt Stafford and the Lions. Here's Tim Williams and the Ravens to 199. Of course, I don't know that Nick Foles can lead them back to the Super Bowl this year because I think they might be too far out of it to get back in it from there. I don't know for sure, but I think it might be difficult. Cliff Branch to 49. The Raiders have another pretty cool hit there. Another difference makers. Gina says she basically, I'm paraphrasing here, but Gina is basically saying cold streak. She never had a hot streak. She says the best card she ever pulled in a break is a Jay Ajayi autograph. Well, Gina, we got to fix that for you, don't we? Devonta Freeman and the Falcons. There's the Ravens with Jeremy Maclin, Melvin Gordon Chargers, Le'Veon Bell for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we have a past and present Michael Vick and Devonta Freeman. They are both Falcons, so we don't have to worry about random on that one. Marlon Mack and, whoops, split my sleeve. Marlon Mack and the Indianapolis Colts with a ground control insert. Joe Flacco lost his job. Baltimore Ravens, relic 49. Ricky Williams and the Dolphins. That is numbered to 99. Greg, so yeah, you kind of are on my page with that. You kind of think like I do that the Eagles are too far out of it to get back into the playoffs at this point. I think, well, to your point, I think you're saying there if the Cowboys lose, maybe if the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose, and you know, there's always these complex formulas come playoff time that if the right teams win and the right teams lose, you can sneak somebody in on a wild card, but I don't know that it's happening this year. Seahawks, Thomas Rawls, Jay Ajayi for the Eagles. The Titans with Eric Decker. That is Terrell Suggs. And the Ravens, the Rams have Todd Gurley. Gina, you wanted the Red Sox tonight in which one? Leaf Metal Draft or in Topps Chrome? Troy Aikman and Steve Young. Housekeeping. Two different teams on there, of course. The Niners and the Cowboys. There's an air supremacy for the Packers. Davis Webb. Oh, man. If you have the Giants, I know you like to get a hit, but I bet you wish it was somebody other than Davis Webb. That is numbered to 99. Like, that's probably not the one that was really on your wish list, is it? Probably not. Here comes Marcus Mariota for the Titans. Oh, that is so nice. that is ridiculously nice. That is numbered to 10. It is hard signed. Our cornerstones, of course. You've got two color relic. Barely got the third color in on that one. Single color there. But really sweet hit there. And I know, see, again, that's a team that I know that a lot of times Jay Allen jumps on trying to hit a Mariota, but I don't know if he had it tonight. Jerry's here. Jerry says it's going to be an Oakland A's kind of night for you in Topps Chrome. All right, well, let's LeVar Ball it. We'll speak it into existence. Blake Bortles and the Jags, Marshawn Lynch and the Raiders. The Texans have J.J. Watt. We have Travis Kelce, numbered to 99 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Next up, Troy Aikman and Steve Young. You know what? This is the second one of these we have, and they're identical. So guess what we're going to do here, kids? Oh, you're right. We're going to send one to the 49ers and one to the Cowboys. So those are coming out of housekeeping. One will go to each team. Eli Manning, air supremacy for the Giants. Oh, that's debatable, isn't it? Brett Favre, Green Bay Packers relic. Oh, that's cool. To 49. Wayne Gallman comes out for the Giants, and that is numbered to 49. You got a couple of nice relics down there on the bottom, and of course your hard-signed autograph as well. Gina, you said you make me a lot of money on bidding, but you don't end up winning the teams. Well, we got to get you some. We got to get you in some of those, and then conjure up some excellent mojo so that you can get some hits besides just Jay Ajayi. We got to work on that. The Giants and Paul Perkins, DeMarco Murray as a Titan. The Texans with J.J. Watt, Mike Evans for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. J-Rob, we did not have anything unpaid in Leaf Metal Draft. I'm 99% sure. I will double check it right before we do the break, but I think the only thing I really had to worry about with those two teams in here that we talked about already. This is the Packers and the Bears. Oh, look, they're duplicates again. We're having fun tonight, aren't we? One goes to the Packers and one goes to the Bears, and that saves us from having to do random on that one. I like that plan. C.J. Anderson and the Broncos ground control insert. Oh, it's my man James Conner for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was hoping that was going to be signed. It's not, but it's a nice 3-color relic to 25, and of course it is his rookie year, so nice little hit there. And if you have the Chicago Bears and you don't like this, there's something wrong. That is Dan Hampton, man. Numbered to, I think that says 99. That's really cool hit for the Bears. All right, we're on last pack mojo. We didn't really do last box mojo because I took all the packs out right up at the front. But we're doing last pack mojo here. See if we can't conjure up ourselves some big hits out of the end of this break. Coming our way. Matt Stafford and the Lions. The Texans with DeAndre Hopkins. Broncos with C.J. Anderson. Jamison Crowder is a Redskin. Then we have T.Y. Hilton. That's just going to be numbered for the Colts. It is to 99. A little pack feeler defeater kind of card. Pack feeler defeater card. Yeah, that probably wasn't the right thing to call that. This is Joe Flacco, Air Supremacy insert. We have Isaiah Crowell to 99. Difference makers for the Browns. Cleveland. Oh, my Steelers hit with Brett Keisel. Fear the Beard, baby. Numbered to 25. You do not pull a lot of Brett Keisel autographs, so I think that is cool if you've got the Steelers difference makers in there as well. So we have a redemption to flip over. We've got these two cards that are going to go to random.org potentially. We'll look it up and find out. And of course, we will go to the Panini checklist and verify this as soon as we flip it over and find out who it is. It is Derek Barnett and Vertex Signatures. Isn't Derek Barnett an Eagle? I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to find out, and then we're going to be 100% sure. Yeah, we are, because we're going to roll right over here to Panini and use their handy drop-down menu and look it up. We got to find out what it's numbered to anyway, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's find Vertex. Now, what did I say the card set was? Hang on a second. Vertex Signatures, and he's card number 16. So rolling down here. Vertex Signatures, card number 16, Eagles, yes, to 49. So that's, I thought he was an Eagle, but sometimes, you know, I'll have one in my head and somebody will have been traded or something crazy goes on and I'm, you know, off the mark. So either way, you know me, I always go look them up. If we have the opportunity available to us, I will go to Panini and Topps and look it up. Okay, now we have these two cards, Panthers and Broncos here, Giants and Redskins there. So we're going to go check out our checklist, or our spreadsheet rather, and if the same person owns both teams on either one of those cards, then fantastic. We don't have to do anything else. If that's not the case, then we are going to have to go to random.org to divvy those up. So let's find out what's happening with those. Our Giants here on the first card, that is Happy Holidays. And our Redskins is Randy Random. On the second one, the Carolina Panthers, that is JDOM 5452. And our Denver Broncos, Josh and Sherry. So we do have different team owners for both cards. So here's what we're going to do. Because these are both oriented the same. It's just two teams and, you know, one on the left and one on the right. I'm just going to type in left side and right side. I will do random 3 different times. The first 2 times do not count. It is only the third and final random that will determine where those cards are going to go. So ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. 3 times, date and time stamp gives it to the left side of the card. So that means that this one is going to go to the Panthers, the team on the left. And in which case, I'm just going to circle it so that I know. And that's on the sleeve. Yeah, I would not circle on your card. I really promise I wouldn't. And then we have the Giants and the Redskins. So same deal. We circle the Giants side of that one, and that's where those are going to go. Now we need to recap this real quickly and see what we've got. Jerry's here. Hi, Jerry. Did I say hi to you earlier? Did I see you in there? I don't know. Maybe. All right. The Eagles to 49 is Derek Barnett on the redemption. There is Brett Keisel, Fear the Beard, to 25. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Isaiah Crowell to 99. For the Browns, the nice Dan Hampton, that is numbered to 99 for the Chicago Bears. James Conner, 3-color relic rookie for the Steelers. Wayne Gallman to 49 for the New York Giants on the Cornerstones, hard-signed auto. To 49, it's a Brett Favre relic and the Green Bay Packers. This is a really nice Marcus Mariota to 10 For the Titans Cornerstones, 3 of your relics are multicolor, hard-signed autograph, of course. For the Jets, numbered to 49, it is Davis Webb. The Dolphins have a hit to 99 with Ricky Williams. That's also a nice hit, actually. Joe Flacco to 49, relic for the Ravens. Little throwback difference makers here. Cliff Branch to 49. There's Tim Williams and the Ravens to 199. And this is numbered to 25. Antonio Gates relic for the Chargers. There is LaDainian Tomlinson. Stang Lover wanted him, but daggone it, he came out for a different team. That is numbered to 99, but it's for the Jets, not for the Chargers. You don't see LT come out for the Jets a whole lot, so Stang Lover, I could definitely see why you would think Chargers for LaDainian. I would too. Like, you just hardly ever pull him for the Jets. Difference makers, Wayne Gallman to 199. For the Giants, we have the Cornerstones, Geno Atkins to 99, hard signed, and 4 relics for the Bengals. And for the Dolphins, it is Devontae Parker to 49. Curtis Samuel and the Panthers to 99. Carlos Hyde, that is numbered to 25 for the 49ers. Matt Breida, that's to 99 for the San Francisco 49ers. You have Cliff Branch, Super Bowl signature for the Raiders. Joe Williams, 49ers, numbered to 99. And then the Drew Brees relic to 25 for the Saints. And that is Vertex. And, oh, Stang Lover, you did know he was in for the Jets too? I didn't. I hadn't. You know, I so seldom think about him being on the Jets. I mean, you just really, when you think of LaDainian Tomlinson, I so strongly associate him with the Chargers. I wouldn't have even thought about bidding on them. So you are ahead of me on that, brother, that you even knew that was a possibility. Of course, you're always pretty good about breaking down the checklists and checking that out, which, guys, that is a great way to do it. We've talked about it before. Anybody who doesn't use it, there is a website called Group Break Checklists. It does have the S on the end that will break out almost any product by team, and you can look and see what all the hits are by teams. Of course, there are others that do it too. Break Ninja. There's plenty of other websites that do the same thing, but Group Break Checklist is probably the best one, it's the one I like the best anyway. Okay, if you have not seen this before, here's what you need to know. Vertex Leaf Metal Draft Chrome, all paid shipping breaks tonight. All should be out the door on or before Monday, hopefully before, but should be no later than Monday. Consolation card info, of course, you see up there at the top, and in this case would ship out with the rest of the breaks since these are paid shipping breaks. We are getting ready to roll into a 12-box case of 2018 Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. This is break number 2. Same format, team names on one side and your name up in lights across from your team on the opposite side if you happen to be the winning bidder in here. Found out this afternoon, guys, that the Minnesota Twins have no hits in this product, so the buyer who had the Twins last night was refunded. The buyer who had the Twins tonight, it was too late. eBay wouldn't let me in the auction. But when I found out about it, it was late in the afternoon. So I had that order canceled. So that way we have nobody paying for things where there are not cards coming out. And then I did, of course, the third break of this was already listed, but I was able to go in and remove the Twins from that break because it was far enough out. eBay would let me cancel it. So if you are looking for the Minnesota Twins, that's why you don't find them in that other one. J-Rob, here's the deal. J-Rob's asking a great question about this product that's coming up, and it looks like I missed some other. Hang on here a second. So 1988 grad, you said, oh no, you are on a bad streak yourself. 1988 grad, where you're not hitting what you're after. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Sometimes, I mean, for sure that can happen. It has happened to all of us at some point or another, and it is dreadful when it does happen. So I'm sorry, 1988 grad, that you are in the midst of one of those streaks, and I hope we can get that broken for you soon. And what is Jerry Rollins? You've got the A's in here. Okay, so you're looking for the A's in here. And 1988 grad, if you didn't hit in this last break, I will send you something different than a Cowboys base card. Did you not? Were there no Cowboys at all in there? Honestly, guys, I didn't keep track. But if there were no Cowboys at all in that product, then of course I'll send you something else, and maybe you'll have better luck with that. Now, J-Rob, you were asking about a list for Leaf Metal Draft. So here's the deal, guys. First off, how these cards are assigned. They're not going to have the team names on them because they can't. Leaf doesn't have the rights to list the team names on them. So here's how the cards will be distributed. It will be to the team of record as of today. So if you want to know who that is, you go to MILB, which is the minor league baseball site. And when you type in the player's name, it's going to give you their parent club's name. So it's whatever that shows as of today is the determining factor. Of course, anybody that's already been called up, there are a few in here, not many, but Acuna and Ohtani are both, because we pulled them last night. Of course, they will go to their current major league club. Now, to answer your question about a list, I did make a list of everyone that we pulled last night. So anybody that we also pulled last night, yes, I can refer to the list because I just verified it all either last night or this morning. I did part of it then, part of it today. So those I would be able to answer for you right away. If it is somebody that we did not pull last night, which there definitely are some of those, we can, certainly look it up live if you have a question about it. Otherwise, I would just do the exact same thing that I did with break number 1, which is tonight and or tomorrow morning. Go to MILB and verify all of them. That way I'm making sure I'm accounting for any kind of trades or things that happen to have taken place in the winter meetings. Yeah, Stang Lover, they do for sure. Leaf has a checklist. You will notice on their checklist, it also does not list any teams on there. So once again, guys, they can't legally list the teams. So that's kind of the deal there. That's why we can't refer to the Leaf checklist. It's just going to give you the player name and what types of cards come out. It does not give you the team. So that's kind of the deal. We have to go about it the hard way, so to speak. But that's usually the easiest way to do it. And for anybody who does want a list of everything that's pulled tonight and where it goes, of course, I'll be happy to send that to you after I go through and verify it all on MILB. I did that for a couple of people today. All you need to do is let me know. Yeah, J-Rob, I don't use, for stuff like this, I don't go with what Group Break Checklist or anybody else says in regard to that, because once again, they can make mistakes on it. It's great for bidding purposes, but in terms of making sure the cards go to the right place, I'm going to use MLB.com and MILB.com. And I think I probably cover that. I'm pretty sure all that's covered down there in the special circumstances area. Of all of my listings, it talks about, like, if the manufacturer's checklist isn't available or doesn't specify a team, how we go about verifying it. So for sure, that is how I do it. MLB.com or MILB.com. Because I know somebody yesterday had pulled a checklist off for from somewhere off of Group Break Checklist or one of these other websites. And, there were mistakes on it that I saw right away, including, somebody that was traded back at the first of the month, traded back like December the 3rd, and it was still showing them with their old team, which of course, you know, wouldn't be the correct team. So I don't want to send something to the wrong team, so we go right to the source on all of that. Stang Lover, you said you have got the St. Louis Cardinals. We pulled a lot of those last night. The Diamondbacks, we pulled a few yesterday. Kansas City Royals, we pulled a few. And Dodgers, same thing. Yeah, a couple of Dodgers too. Latchman, you're out of here. You got to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't blame you, man. I'd be sleeping too. I would definitely be sleeping too. Oh, Jerry, you're waiting on the A's in Chrome. Okay, well, we shouldn't be too terribly far away from that, I don't believe. J-Rob, you have got the Jays, the Reds, and the Marlins. All of those hit last night. Reds actually hit 3 or 4, which, you know, sometimes you hit a lot on the Reds, sometimes you don't. But we did hit 3 or 4 for them last night. Stang Lover says Cardboard Connection is another place you guys can use for things. And J-Rob, I call you J-Rob. I know it says J-Ro, but I call you J-Rob. But anyway, it says you know 75% of the teams because this is your 7th break. Well, that's good then. And Gina, Trinity Football, somebody jumped in and answered that for you. That was Brett. Thank you, Brett, for jumping in and answering that for Gina. That is the one that has the great patches for sure. And, all right. And then, yes, Bowman Draft is coming out. And Kalinick is, you say he's in a Mets uniform in that. Well, those cards, yeah. I mean, again, if they're licensed, they're going to go to the team that's on there. And if they're not licensed and they end up going out for a product like this, I'm always going to send it to the team they are with at the time the break happens, because that's the only way I think you can accurately account for where it goes. So that's the deal, guys. There's Grayson Janista. He is a Brave. And Griffin in behind him. I do not remember where Griffin goes. I know I should, but I don't. And you're going to find that there's quite a few of these I'm not going to remember as we go along. This is Johnson /15. And if there's one you want looked up tonight while we're live that I don't remember, you can ask me and I'll happily go to MILB and look it up for you. And Jeremy here's on State Pride. Jeremy is an Oakland A. William Contreras comes out. That is numbered to 20, and William is a Brave. Is that a Joe Adell printing plate? Yeah, it is. Oh, Angels had a nice break last night, and they're continuing to have a nice break with a Joe Adell 1/1 printing plate. Like, nice. Justin Rosario is a Padre. Next up is Ryan Rollison. That one is numbered to 10. Then we have Lyon Richardson. Lyon Richardson /35 is a Cincinnati Red. Mr. Steele Walker, my favorite baseball name ever, numbered to 35. And Steele is a Chicago White Sox. Here's Jordan Groshans. I never know which is right, and even if I do, you know I'm going to forget it by the next time I say it. So, yeah, that's how that's going to be. He's a Toronto Blue Jay. This is Nolan Gorman. That is numbered to 7. I don't know if I looked up Nolan this morning or not. Yes, I did. He's a St. Louis Cardinal. Jake McCarthy, numbered to 20. Basically, any of the ones that I know I looked up this morning, I will tell you the teams as we go through. Anybody that I didn't look up this morning, well, you know the deal. Arizona Diamondbacks on the Jake McCarthy. This is Connor Scott. He is a Miami Marlin, numbered to 15. Peter Alonso comes out to 25. Peter is a Met. DJ Peters comes out for the Dodgers. Next up is Mr. Travis Swaggerty. That's numbered to 5. So let's The lowest one, well, no, we had the 1 of 1 while ago. He's Pittsburgh Pirate. Casey Mize, our number 1 overall draft pick for the Detroit Tigers, numbered to 25. The printing plate was Joe Adell, guys, for the Angels. It was Joe Adell. This is a State Pride Michael Grove that is numbered to 15. Michael Grove is a Dodger. Here is Joe Gray to 15. I did not verify Joe Gray today, so we won't make any announcement for him. Brady Singer, Kansas City Royals. Next up is Noelvi Marte, and that is actually a nice hit, too, for an international player that signed with the Mariners. And here is Groshans again, numbered to 25. We saw him fly by us already. Oh, there it is, kids. Woohoo! For the Nationals, there's your Juan Soto. Oh, why wasn't that numbered? Daggone you, Leaf Metal Draft. I mean, not daggone you. We're glad to have it, but I wish that one had been numbered as well. So, yeah, that would have been good if that had been. Gina, you said you don't know any of these guys, and it could be Walmart's softball team. Well, these are all prospects for the most part. There are a couple, like Juan Soto obviously is already called up, and Shohei Ohtani is in here. Acuna is in here. So there are some rookies that are already up that are in here, but most of these guys are prospects. Tampa Bay Rays to 20, that's Nick Schnell. Here is Cole Winn, numbered to 15. And Cole is a Texas Ranger. Here's Ronnie Mauricio for the Mets. Matthew Liberatore. And Matthew is a Tampa Bay Ray. There's Jonathan India. How about that for my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 25. So another Joe Adell. Got the 1 of 1 printing plate. Now you've got another Adell to 10 for the Angels. And here is Shane McClanahan to 20. Next up, this is Nico. Nico is numbered to 35. And a State Pride Will Banfield, numbered to 10. He is a Marlin. Jesus Sanchez. Nice. Gotta like having a little Jesus Sanchez. He is a Tampa Bay Ray. Next up is Jordan Adams. That is numbered to 10. We didn't pull Jesus last night or Juan Soto, so I'm kind of glad to see them come along. Jordan Adams is an Angel, by the way. And this is a happy little 1 of 1 for Caden Greinier. Well, okay, Caden. We're just going to leave it at Caden. So another 1 of 1 out of here. Very nice. Robert, I am a Reds fan. I know it's kind of sad, right? But I am a Reds fan. I grew up a Reds fan. That is numbered to 50, O'Neill Cruz. Noah Naylor, numbered to 10. Noah is an Indian. Here's Tristan Casas. And Tristan, what are you, Tristan? You are a Boston Red Sox. Oh, look at that. There's a little Alex Bohm. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Another printing plate. Another 1 of 1 autographed printing plate. This is Jeremy out again. And, of course, we already saw Jeremy go by earlier. Wander Franco. That is a nice one, too. Jeremy, by the way, is the Oakland A's. Wander Franco, fantastic hit. It's a redemption, but how are you not going to love it? Kid, by all accounts, we think the kid's going to be great. We'll find out or not. That's the Tampa Bay Rays. And here is Andrew. He is a St. Louis Cardinal. That is numbered to 35. Behind that, here's Jonathan I always want to say he was traded, but I don't guess he has been. He's numbered to 50. That would make him a Yankee. Taylor Widener to 20. And Taylor, where do you go, Taylor? An Arizona Diamondback. And there's Caden again. Next out, Jordan Adams. We had Jordan already. And there's another Jonathan India. That one is numbered to 10. That's very cool. That's very cool. You went to Cincinnati to watch the Mets and the Reds. Well, I'm sure you guys probably won because my poor Cincinnati Reds, well, they do not win a whole lot. I think we can all safely say they do not win a whole lot. But, you know, maybe we're going to get better. We're trying to do some stuff. It's like we say that every year. That's the Dodgers to 15. And this is numbered to 35 with Adam for the Toronto Blue Jays. And this Cole here is numbered to 35. Cole is a Chicago Cub. Jameson Hannah. Jameson is an Oakland A. Next up is Logan Gilbert. I don't remember Logan, but I do know I looked him up this morning. He is a Mariner. Ronald Acuna, base wave coming out for the Braves. Loving that. Estevan Florial comes out for the Yankees. We got him last night too. So, excellent hit. Grant is out for the Rockies. Here's Bryce Terang to 15. Jason Schroeder. Jason is not numbered, but he goes to the Houston Astros. Here's a little Nick Madrigal. We pulled him last night a couple of times. He's the White Sox. That's to 35. Joey Bart. We pulled him a couple times last night too. That is to 35 for the Giants. And we have Griffin Roberts numbered to 10. Griffin is the Cardinals. Here is Jared Kalenic. Jared Kalenic is the Seattle Mariners. He was traded, part of that big trade on the 3rd of December. Jared Kalenic goes to the Mariners. Nolan Gorman comes up next. That is the St. Louis Cardinals. And this is Anthony Siegler to 20. Anthony is a Yankee. Carlos Hernandez is not numbered. A second Ronald Acuna. That's the National Pride parallel, so that's pretty cool. Oh, Robert, you said your Mets lost 2 of the 3. Well, you know what? I would not have been surprised if, you know, we had lost them all. Like I said, my poor Reds haven't been good in a while. That is numbered to 15. That is Mike Ciani. He is for, speaking of, my Cincinnati Reds. Lucan on a State Pride is not numbered. He is a St. Louis Cardinal. Seth Beer is a nice hit. That is numbered to 15 for the Astros. Next up, we have Parker Meadows to 20. Parker is a Detroit Tiger. And then we have a little Ryan Weathers numbered to 5. So nice low number Ryan Weathers headed to the Padres. Last but not least, there's Alec again and numbered to 35. So as a whole, I like this case. And we definitely pulled some that we didn't pull last night. Some we pulled again. But either way, I think it was another pretty good case here. All right, let's recap these, guys. I'm not going to read all this off again because it would be kind of the same as just redoing the entire break since everything in here is a hit. But we're going to flip through it one more time. Anybody that might have missed something earlier, gives you another shot to take a look at it. And, of course, you know, anybody that might be watching it after the fact. If you're just recapping and you fast-forwarded to this part, well, there you go. But Braves certainly did well with a couple of Acunas. You got the one-of-one Joe Adell. We pulled the Kalenic. We pulled Juan Soto. Got Casey out. We did, I think we did pretty well overall for the most part. Of course, you know I like Joey Bart because you guys know that I'm partial to catchers anyway. So, you know I'm going to like Joey Bart. For sure, for sure. Gina, you said you're excited for Kyler Murray. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Of course, Kyler signed with the Oakland A's. He was drafted by the Oakland A's, signed with the Oakland A's, and has stated that his intent is to play for the Oakland A's. And then, of course, they had given him the exception, telling him he could play this year. Oh, I forgot about Jesus. That's a nice hit, too. That he could play football this year. Well, then, of course, he plays fantastically, wins the Heisman, and has publicly stated, well, he likes football better than baseball. So now I think there's really a legitimate chance that Kyler Murray could end up going pro in the NFL. I think it depends on if he gets any assurances about his draft position, you know, because he knows with the A's what his contract was. Signing bonus was like $4 million or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. But somewhere in that neighborhood. So it will be interesting to see what Kyler Murray does, I think. I know there was no Vlad in there. Of course, Bo Bichette and Vlad Guerrero Jr. and several nice possibilities in that Blue Jays farm system that can come out of, on any given day, out of any of our prospecting products here. Yeah, Vlad is a little bit of a tougher pull. I would agree with you. In general, I haven't seen him come out of anything like in a large quantity. But I don't know. I mean, when you run up on the right case, as everybody knows, sometimes you can pull 2 or 3. Like last night, we had a couple of Casey Mize in there. We had a couple of Joey Barts. I mean, you never know. You hit upon the right case and you're off to the races on any given day. So you might open 5 cases with none and then open 1 case with 5. I mean, hard to say. So everybody has probably seen this by now, but just in case you haven't, everything tonight was a paid shipping break, anticipating it will be out the door on or before Monday the 17th. Hopefully before, but definitely should be by Monday or on Monday, if not before then. If you end up not pulling anything tonight, your consolation cards would ship with the rest of the break, since this is a paid shipping break. If you have questions about that, hit me up and let me know. We are going into a 6-box break of 2018 Topps Chrome Baseball, and it's a little bit of a mixer here. So we're going to open 3 jumbo boxes and 3 hobby boxes, and that's because, you know what, I don't know, somewhere along the way I had these in loose boxes. So we put them together and made a break. We have got, of course, the same format that you guys are familiar with team names on the left. Our winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. I'm not too far off my estimate. I told you guys maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I think we clocked in probably close to an hour. Maybe not exact on an hour, but pretty close to it. So not too bad. Some of these breaks it's hard to estimate because you just don't know exactly how many redemptions you're going to pull or things, you know, that you've got to kind of slow down and take an extra look at and that sort of thing. So sometimes we have to kind of guess, and sometimes right, sometimes not. Oh, Gina, you and Burlington, you guys have the Oakland A's short summer team. All right, well, that's cool. That's cool. Jerry Rollins, you are feeling the A's. The A's are getting ready to come out and reward you here out of Topps Chrome. Let's do it then. Let's do it. I like it. Yeah, J-Rob, I don't know what yet I'm going to do with that sapphire. I kind of am inclined to open it, but I mean, like as in myself. As in, I'm really tempted. And I should have ordered more of it. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't, except I was just in such a hurry because I was afraid that it was going to sell out before I could get it checked out with it, and I don't know, I somehow panicked and I hit the buy button, and then when I thought, oh gosh, I really should have gotten more of that so I could open some myself, and I went back to get more and it was gone. So that leads to my dilemma, because typically I would have bought more and we would have broken some and I would have opened some. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. Might use it in a mixer, might break it, just the 3 of them together, or I might open it myself. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. Somewhere along the way, we'll figure it out. Robert, that Topps Chrome Sapphire is, or was, a Topps Online exclusive for sure. What does it have in it? I think 3 autographs per box, and then some other exclusive content, some other parallels in there that right off the top of my head I can't think what they are, the other parallels. But they were pricey, make no mistake about it. Topps, you know, Topps definitely made their money on that product. But at the same time, yeah, I had to have it, so. And they knew that, right? They knew we were all going to buy it, and it sold out, like, right away. So there was no question that they could have probably priced it however they wanted, and we would have all just been like little lemmings over the cliff buying it. So yeah, it definitely did sell out very quickly. And see, that's why I panicked, because I didn't even realize that it had gone yet. I was actually sorting cards, as a matter of fact, for shipping, and one of my reps at the distributor level knows kind of the stuff that I tend to like myself, and he shot me over a text, and he goes, oh, Topps Chrome Sapphire just went live, because he was buying some himself as well. And I'm like, oh, no. So I'm like, jump up, running into the office, trying to get some in. And then that's where the panic happened. And I checked out before I should have. I should have still been adding to the cart, but I was so afraid I was going to get shut out. I know, it's bad. All right, guys, so we're going to start out, obviously, with our hobby boxes. We've got 3 of those to open up. Each one of them should have 2 chrome autographs in it. And we're going to find a number of refractors and things as we go along. And there is the first one of them. And, you know, I can't remember on these if I normally, how many of these we find per box. So we'll gauge it here with this first one. Most of the time, that kind of stuff I do after the break. I only sleeve the stuff that's hits or numbered while we're live, usually, just for time perspective. But we'll see how many are in here tonight. So Freshman Flash, we're going to find a bunch of these inserts, and for the most part, they're not going to be numbered. If we do happen across one that is numbered, I'll point that out to you. That was Verdugo for the Dodgers. Now this is going to be numbered, and it is the Minnesota Twins with Brian Dozier, numbered to 75. Gina, Star Wars, I have got a case of Star Wars, but it is loose boxes. It came half case and a half case from 2 different places. This is Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. It is a 35th anniversary refractor. And the one I have is the Archive Signature Series, Sean Doolittle refractor. And I do have to schedule a break for that, but I just have not done it yet. And we'll find loads of these inserts as well. That one is Aaron Judge for the Yankees. And, of course, those future stars, like the rest of our inserts, are all going to be refractors. And they are mostly not going to be numbered. Ditto with Superstar Sensations. I'm sure you guys all pretty well know that. Most of you, if not all of you, have broken Chrome before. So you probably expect and know that your inserts are all going to refract and are not going to be numbered unless I tell you otherwise. That is Christian Arroyo for the Giants. And there's Whit Merrifield for the Kansas City Royals. Following that up, we've got a bunch of base. Just a whole bunch of base until we get to a nice little Rhys Hoskins rookie coming out there. Travis says he feels like his mom is breaking baseball cards. Oh, I always love it when people come and say nice things to me in chat. Oh, well, there is always volume and mute, I guess, Travis. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know lately why everybody's been kind of cracking on my breaks lately. I don't know what the deal is. I guess some people just don't like my voice, and if that's the case, I'm sorry, guys. But I would say that is where volume going to 0 and mute will come in handy for you. There's a Shohei Ohtani rookie. That's the base rookie. Freshman flash for the Rangers with a little Willie Calhoun. That was a refractor for Trevor Bauer. And here comes Manny for the Padres. A nice gold parallel 250. I like hitting the gold. Gina, you like archives for Star Wars? Yeah, I mean, it's good. I'm looking forward to breaking it. I just haven't gotten around to listing it. I intended, when I ordered that, my intent was that we started breaking some Star Wars products. And then the more I talked to my reps, they kind of informed me that Star Wars products are now all allocated and it's difficult to get them if you haven't bought them before. And I just thought, oh, brother, I don't need any more of that. That is Chris Davis for the Orioles with a refractor. There's a nice Shohei 35th anniversary insert refractor. And so I thought, well, you know, do I really want to go down that road? And ultimately decided I did not. But I already had those boxes, so they've been just kind of sitting off to the side, and I haven't done anything with them. But I will get them listed before too long. Finally, we hit one of our first autographs. It is Lucas Sims for the Braves. I was beginning to wonder if they were going to give us any in this box. So Lucas Sims is first out. We should have a second one rolling along behind him. Well, how about that? An Atlanta Braves kind of box. So if you have the Braves, you're happy. If you have anybody else, you're like, what the what? Yeah, 2 Braves. That was A.J. Minter on the second one. So the Braves, successful. Everybody else, not as much in this first box. That was a Billy Hamilton refractor. There's Dallas Keuchel refractor. And there's a Didi Gregorius 35th anniversary. Followed by a Carlos Correa 35th anniversary. Woohoo! Gina, you said you would trust your mom over the cussing morons that break. Yeah, well, I just, you know, I learned a long time ago that there are a lot of people who like to watch with their kids. And so I try to keep it very G-rated in that regard, because, you know, you don't want to be watching with your kid and then suddenly have somebody toss out the big F-bomb or something, you know, like that would not be cool. So listen, I used to be in the beer business, so you can, I can definitely throw down with the best of them in that regard, but I don't do it in this environment, of course. This would not be the good place to do it, but I know there are plenty that do, because I have broken with some of them. I still break with every once in a while with some of them who definitely throw it all out there, so to speak. And then, of course, there's the guy, Gina. Right as I look over there and I see that Gina types and says, of course, her mom is usually drinking. I was just getting ready to say there is a guy who breaks and does shots while he breaks, which for entertainment value, well, yeah, man, it's fun. You watch somebody like get lit while they break. Okay, yeah, it's probably going to be entertaining. That's going to be funny. But if you are buying into the break, like, do you really want some drunk dude handling your cards? Like, I'm thinking, gosh, maybe not. Maybe not. But for sure, I mean, there is, I mean, he has a huge following, and I guess does pretty well. I don't know. But yeah, he drinks shots and breaks. In fact, a different one of my reps called me today and said, oh, you need to turn on YouTube right now because XYZ, this other breaker, just did a bunch of shots and he's breaking. I don't even remember what product he told me. And I was like, oh, no, man, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to get my shipping out the door, man. I don't have time for that. So anyway, Travis, I got started in this because I collect. I come from a whole family of collectors. You know, my mom, my dad, my sister, myself. We've all collected things my whole life. You know, that's just part of the way we roll in my family. And I collected cards when I was very young. There's a Mike Trout 35th anniversary. Back, way back in the day when they still came with the, you know, stick of gum in them and the wax packs and all that jazz. That is a refractor Moncada for the White Sox. And so I had a big collection of cards, Hunter Renfroe refractor. And of course, as I got older, you know, in college and really in high school, I wasn't collecting anymore. And by the time I was getting ready to go to college, I'm like, you know, do I really want to drag these around? I probably don't. And so I sold them all. This is Freshman Flash Shohei Ohtani for the Angels, collecting for years. And of course, I don't know how old you are, Travis, if you remember this or not, but there was a period of time in the 90s where there were so many cards. And again, it was kind of pre stuff like we have now, relics and signatures. It was back when the chase was back in the day, so to speak. The chase was just simply the rookie card. And there was such a proliferation of products, and it was really oversaturated. And so, of course, then the values weren't there, and just nothing about it was very much fun at that point. And so, yeah, I just didn't get back in it. I didn't care that much about it. And then I guess by now, what's it been, about 5 years ago? I graduated from the University of Kentucky. One of my University of Kentucky players was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, which happens to be my favorite NFL team. It's Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox. Refractor. So I thought, you know, this is a good time for me to go search for some cards. I'm going to go find all of Bud's rookie cards, and I'm going to buy them all. And then in the process of doing that, there's Tyler Mahle for the Cincinnati Reds. I discovered breaks, and I was like, oh, hey now, what is this? And from there on, oh my gosh, I was hooked. This is Max Fried for the Braves, our second autograph out of this box. I mean, like, badly hooked. Like, I broke every day, and I would buy into a bunch of breaks every day. That is Dominic Smith, 35th anniversary for the Mets. And, I mean, the mailman would come carrying giant bags of packages. I would have so much stuff coming. I wouldn't even know where it came from, what I was due. I had to start keeping a spreadsheet of like what I was expecting from where. I was out of control, man, but I loved it. It was so much fun. So then the natural evolution of that became, oh, I want to open stuff every day. And then that became, oh, well, then, maybe I can do breaks. And then the rest, well, here we are. There's Gary Sanchez refractor for the New York Yankees. Of course, the worst part's trying to reassemble my collection of stuff that I sold so many years ago. That is numbered to 25 for the Blue Jays with a little Marcus Stroman coming out, giving us our first orange of the night. But I'll never be able to get all that old stuff back. I mean, I kept a little of it, very little of it. But like my Johnny Bench rookie card I kept, and some of the older cards I had collected of Hank Aaron, because those are my two favorite players, Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench. There's a Lucas Sims refractor for the Braves. So I kept a few of those things, but I sold a lot of it. Dustin Fowler refractor for the A's. Jose Altuve for the Astros. And most of that stuff I will never be able to track back down. I couldn't even, I mean, I had thousands and thousands of cards. Like, I don't know. I wish I hadn't been so stupid and sold them all, but I was in the vid. So, anyway, there you go. So, Gina, you did kind of the same thing then? Like, you picked it back up 10 years ago after taking a big, long break? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the same thing, you know? You just gotta... Because, you know, I think it just turned a lot of people off when we went through that period in the 90s where there was just everything was so mass produced, and it was just, it kind of lost all of its fun. And so I think a lot of people went away, and then we all, you know, came back eventually. And when we all came back eventually, we discovered breaks and thought, oh, this is a lot more fun. So, yeah, that's how that works. Oh, Robert, you're in Pennsylvania? My sister lives in Pennsylvania. My sister and brother-in-law live in 84, Pennsylvania. They're actually coming in next week for us to do our holiday stuff. And they usually get me some pretty good Steelers gear, being that they're right outside of Pittsburgh. They can usually cough up some good Steelers gear for the holidays. I'm always happy about that. Oh, Travis, you said your wife banned you. 5 years ago, you found some cards at CVS, got into breaks, and then your wife banned you. Hey, listen, we've all been there, right? I mean, we all have a spouse, whether it be our husbands or your wives, that at some point have said, are you sure that you should be spending this much money on what you're doing? You know, to which I just cheerfully reply, sure I am. Sure, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. Oh, Gina, I agree with you. There's nothing more fun than pulling something that you want. And to me, I mean, people have made this point to me, and I know it anyway myself, intellectually. I know this, but emotionally, it doesn't track. So intellectually, I know that if I'm looking for, say, for instance, my Antonio Brown rookie card, which I was looking for a long time till I finally hit it, I know that all the money I spent and all the breaks trying to hit it, I could have gone out and bought the card and had probably had it graded and spent less money. But it's not the same. It's not the same. It is hitting it, whether I'm the one doing the opening or whether someone else is the one doing the opening. It's completely different. It like lights up that reward center in my brain like you wouldn't believe. So I'm always gonna go for the breaking, but that's, you know, that's just me. That's just me. Well, Travis, you said it seems like that they're making too many products again. They're making a lot, that is for sure. This is Steven Strasburg for the Nationals. But the difference now is, well, there's a lot of differences now. But the primary one, that is a refractor for the Twins, is that you have different levels of products. So it kind of has its own price regulation, if you will, right? Because we know a Dynasty card is going to sell for a whole lot more than a card that comes out of Series 1. And so then the selling prices and the bid prices self-regulate in line with that. Does that make sense? That's Jacob deGrom to $299 for the Mets. So there are a lot of different products, but the fact that they are all at different price points, or many of them at different price points, I think helps to a large degree. And the fact that you get different types of things. You know, we've got relics and autographed relics and one-of-ones and printing plates, but there seems to still be a market for all of it. This is Ryder Jones autograph for the Giants. So there's a little of that, I guess. And the other thing is, of course, this time of year. It's Manny Machado 35th anniversary. Oh, we got ourselves a little black and white negative here for Mr. deGrom and the Mets. Nice. This time of year, they dump off a ton of stuff. I mean, an absolute ton of stuff from Thanksgiving to the end of the year. So it's always kind of overwhelming right now. And I'll tell you that this is an interesting little thing. At least I found this to be interesting. I have a rep who used to work for Upper Deck. And so I'm always picking his brain, asking him, you know, what about this? What about that? Tell me about this. Tell me about that kind of stuff. And I asked him once about, hey, why are there so many different products and why are so many of them dumped out at the end of the year? And he kind of enlightened me a little bit on that. Nelson Cruz for the Mariners. The number of products is actually regulated by the contracts that the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball have these card companies sign. So they are contractually obligated to release XYZ number of products per year. So that's the Toronto Blue Jays. So that's why sometimes, you know, if they're looking at the end of the year and they haven't met whatever number they're supposed to meet for whatever reason, then they like offload a ton of products at the end of the year. But that's also why if you see more products, you know, next year than we saw the year before or whatever the case may be, yeah, they're contractually obligated. There's Eric Fetty for the Nationals. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So it's really, I mean, sure, I guess they probably have some flexibility. I'm sure they can make more than the minimum. But from what he told me, the minimum amounts are pretty high. So, you know, that's, I think, a lot of it, most of it probably is coming from those mandated numbers. So really, we should all be complaining to, that was Max Scherzer refractor. We should all be complaining really to Major League Baseball and the NBA and the NFL. There's an Adrian Beltre refractor for the Rangers. Rafael Devers, 35th anniversary for the Red Sox. Well, Gina, I see that you say there, Shohei Ohtani base rookie, that you got, what got you hooked back in, Clint Frazier 35th anniversary, was pulling a patch that had dirt and grass on it. Well, listen, you know those are my favorite. Like, if it's game used, nothing bums me out more than to pull a game used patch and have it clean as a whistle. Like, I hate that. We have a redemption. I'll flip it over at the very end of the break. It came out a while ago. I'm sure you guys saw it when it came out. I always hold those to the end of the break. So, yeah, I want blood, sweat, tears, dirt, grass stains. You know, I want the whole thing. I don't want some stupid little clean patch. If that thing is game worn, buddy, I want it to be game worn. Wear that sucker out. So, yeah, I agree with you on that. That would have gotten me hooked back in too if I had pulled that. Jerry, we're still working the mojo for your A's. We haven't had good luck yet for your A's, have we? So we need to keep on pulling the mojo for your A's. Of course, we're in our jumbo now, guys and gals. We have 3 boxes of jumbo. Each one of these has 5 autographs in it. So a little more to find in this one than we did in our hobby boxes. So let's see what we can get out of here. See what we can find. Robert, you said up there a minute ago that you're not near Pennsylvania. So are you up near Philly? There was a Beltre refractor. There's a Paul DeJong 35th anniversary for the Cardinals. And we got a little color for autograph number 1. Washington Nationals. Pulling Adrian Sanchez to 150 with our blue autograph parallel. Oh, Robert, I'm with you. I always prefer the jumbo of everything. But, you know, that's another weird thing about cards these days. You have to, like, beg to be able to buy these products. And half the time, more than half the time, it's Marcus Stroman refractor. They don't even let you buy the amount that you ask to buy. They will always give you less than what you request. I mean, virtually every product you get less than you want to buy. And there's all kinds of rules. You know, you have to buy 3 times the amount of hobby that you do to get jumbo and stuff like that. This is Chris Taylor for the Dodgers, numbered to 75, blue parallel. I think that was our ratio actually on Chrome this year. I think it was. I had to buy, for every 3 cases of hobby that I bought, I got 1 jumbo or something like that. I don't remember. Bowman has a different ratio than Topps Chrome, but in either case, the ratios are never in our favor. Cespedes for the Mets with a refractor. Because, you know, I think they probably all know if we had the choice, we would all buy just the jumbos and not the hobby, but they don't work that way. This is Tanner Scott for the Orioles. Oh yeah, Robert, it's like it is a bloodbath to even try to get the things that you want to buy. It is a lot of things you don't get, or if you do get, you don't get anywhere near the quantity that you ask for. That's a nice Shohei refractor, rookie refractor for Mr. Ohtani. 35th anniversary Giancarlo for the Yankees. And for sure, they absolutely have ratios on all that sort of stuff. Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, any of the more desirable products that also come in jumbo. You got to buy a whole lot more hobby to get that. It's to 299. It is Aaron Judge purple for the Yankees. So it's definitely, it's the only business I've ever been in where you literally have to beg to be able to spend money. It's the strangest thing. Gina, your local shop is having trouble getting new product. Yeah, I mean, you probably remember, you've heard me talk about our local store here that was recently sold after 20 some odd years. That is one of the reasons that he ended up selling the store. He didn't do breaks, the former owner, nor did he want to start doing breaks. And so, of course, they do everything by volume, you know, so you have to spend a lot to be able to buy a lot, and so on and so forth. And just over time, breakers started outspending him to the point where he had a very difficult time getting very much new product either. And that's a lot of his frustration and part of the reason that he, you know, sold the store and got out of the business. I believe this Rafael Devers is the short print, isn't it, guys? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that it is a short print in there of that Devers. There's a Chris Bryant. Was that Chris Bryant a refractor? Yeah, it was. And a Jay Bruce refractor. I'll wait and put some of those in sleeves after the fact. But yes, it's definitely, I mean, the hobby shops, it's every bit as hard for them. It's an Eric Fetty refractor, Nick Williams 35th anniversary refractor. There was a Barreto for the A's and a freshman flash Dominic Smith for the Mets. And it's putting a lot of the local card shops out of business, honestly. It's you know, really hard for them unless they have adapted, i.e. opened a website, started doing breaks, or some combination thereof. Yeah, it's tough. Chris Davis and the Orioles. Whoa, that's our autograph. I just set him right down there. Get back up here, buddy. This is Ronald Herrera for the Rangers. Texas Rangers coming out. Robert, you got a case of hobby and a case of jumbo from, now do you deal with a distributor, or did you buy them online at some place? This is Tim Anderson, White Sox. I mean, like at one of, you know, like Steel City, or for instance, that's your local guys, who I like a lot, by the way, or your Pennsylvania-based guys, I should say. Maybe not particularly local for you specifically, but Because, you know, if you buy it from those kinds of places, they don't put the restrictions on you. They would have had those restrictions with what they bought, but they would not obviously place them on the customer. But if you're buying from a distributor, yeah, they place it. They place a big restriction on it. Another Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox, a Goldschmidt 35th anniversary, Matt Olson Future Stars for the A's. Oh, you got them at Blowout? Yeah, see, same thing. So Blowout would obviously, they would have had those restrictions placed on them for what they bought, but they would not have placed those restrictions on you. But they also mark it up more. That is Jake Lamb for the D-backs. We had a Dallas Keuchel refractor go by. There's a Cespedes refractor and a Zach Granite autograph hit for the Twins. Did you say the Chargers just beat Kansas City? For real? Jerry, what was the score? Because when I saw it at halftime, the last I saw, the Chiefs were up, and the Chargers were not really playing all that well in the first half. So are you telling me right now the Chargers just beat the Chiefs? Like the game is over and the Chargers won? Oh, I am surprised to hear that. Fortune switched then. Yes, they did. Look at that. Double Twins hits out of here. We just hit one. Now you have another. Felix Jorge. Hit Zach Granite there a second ago for Minnesota. Oh, I am surprised by that. Wow. Yeah, I am surprised by that. I really, and you know what? I love watching the Chiefs this year. Even though I'm a Steelers fan, I like the Chiefs. So Zach Granite refractor. There's a Reese Hoskins refractor for the Phillies. Ian Happ, Future Stars, freshman Flash, Willie Calhoun. I mean, they've been fun to watch all year. There's a Shohei Ohtani base rookie. But it certainly sounds like they absolutely fell apart down the stretch. There's Mazzara refractor for the Rangers. And that is the end of Jumbo number 1. We still got a redemption sitting right there. Don't forget him. We'll flip him at the end of the break. Up there in housekeeping. 29-28, won on a 2-point conversion. Unreal, man. Oh, I mean, the Chargers have been good this year. No question the Chargers have been good this year. But it's just the way they came out in the first half. I'm really kind of shocked to see that they won that game. So, wow. All right. Well, there you go. Another shootout. I got to get some more sleeves out of here. Well, yeah, I'm glad they didn't play for the tie. It always bugs me when, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because you could then potentially, there's 2 ways to look at it. Obviously, if you go for the win instead of the tie and you hit it, then you look like a genius if you're the coach. But if you go for the win and you miss the 2-point conversion and you could have tied it and gone to overtime and had another shot, then you're the scapegoat and everybody says, oh, you're so stupid, you shouldn't have done that. So there's always going to be, no matter which direction you go, there's always going to be somebody that says you should or you shouldn't have done it. But if I were coaching, I think most of the time I would do that. Go for the win. Like, who wants the tie and keep playing? Nah, I want to just win. Blackburn for the A's, Ahmed Rosario, 35th anniversary rookie for the Mets. Lewis Brinson, Future Stars, a freshman, Flash Austin Davis. But that's pretty gutsy, though. But you know what? You got Phillip Rivers as your quarterback. Might as well. It's Greg Allen, Aaron Judge. There is a Cespedes Superstar Sensations. Got a nice little Ahmed Rosario blue rookie for the Mets to 150. They scored with 4 seconds left. Wow. That's something, isn't it? Jerry, you're talking about Bosa, Joey Bosa. What do you think about his little brother? They say he's better. It's Travis Shaw and the Brewers. Jonathan Shoup, Orioles. I have not seen. I haven't seen Nick Bosa play much, and of course he got hurt earlier this year and then didn't play again. So I haven't really had an opportunity to watch Nick play very much, but all the talking heads seem to think that he is, at this point in his career, farther ahead than his brother was at the same point in time. There's a second redemption. So, if that's the case, he might end up, Nick Bosa might end up going overall #1 in our next draft. Kyle Seager for the Mariners, because it's not really, I don't think, shaping up to be a great quarterback class. But then again, I guess depending on what happens with Kyler Murray, maybe that changes. I don't know. Manny for the Padres with a refractor. Oh, there it is, Braves. Oh, yes. There's our friend Ronald. Atlanta Braves, you were already having a nice break with lots of hits. And, yeah, that's what you wanted. There's your money in the bank right there. So, Atlanta, congratulations on that hit. Because, yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. Robert, you aren't kidding. The Giants need a quarterback in like the worst way. And there's an Acuna refractor as well. Rookie refractor. Noah Syndergaard, 35th anniversary. Giolito. And the Pirates have a hit. And that is Jordan Luplow. Gina says the Giants, as in the San Francisco Giants, also need a shortstop. Yeah, well, I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of trade action in the winter meetings. Salvador Perez refractor. There's a Rowdy Reed for the Nats. Freshman flash. Francisco Mejia. Alex Reyes, blue to 150. No, blue to 75. Coming out for the Cardinals. Didn't see that little wave in there at first. Sorry, guys. The wave will indicate to 75 on those blues. Without the wave, it's to 150. Yeah, you're right, Jerry. Eli Manning has been old for a while. I agree with you. I think for a couple of seasons now, definitely last season. I think they should have put him on the bench by now this season. I know they're on a little bit of a win streak, though, so they're not going to. But I wouldn't have minded getting a look at their little rookie quarterback. Wouldn't have minded seeing what we could get out of Kyle Lauletta for the Giants. But they're not going to set him down now. There's Harrison Bader, refractor for the Cardinals. Nick Williams, Phillies. Aaron Judge, insert for the Yankees. New York Yankees. Acuna base rookie. Parker Bridwell for the Angels with a refractor. Victor Robles in the Nats, 35th anniversary. Aurora, freshman flash Robles. I'm really happy with that Acuna. That's a nice hit for the Braves. We need to find Shohei in here. Maybe Torres. We've got a few yet I'd like. A few on the wish list I'd like to come out of this box. Didi Gregorius. Bryce Harper, 35th anniversary. Giancarlo. Well, there's a nice blue parallel for the Nationals with Victor Robles to 150. Of course, we're not going to entirely know what we've got with him until next year. I mean, he was due up this year. He would have come up this year, but he was injured when the need arose, and that's how you got Juan Soto. That's how Juan kind of catapulted over Victor, and then Juan turns out to be outrageously good. We'll see if I think, Victor's supposed to be as good, I think. Herrera, Phillies with the refractor there. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. We'll be in a new season before we know it. Aaron Judge. And we have a hit for the San Francisco Giants with Chris Stratton. I mean, next thing you know, they're going to start playing games in January. It's just like every year, doesn't it seem like they start earlier? And this year there were so many games that were so cold. Like, what in the world? You know, that's starting too early when you're out there in your parka and trying to light the seats on fire, hoping to stay warm. I mean, that's just not cool. Just not cool. Push the starting date back a little bit. Baseball was not meant to be year-round. I know, Jerry, we got to try to get those... we've got to try to get those Oakland A's to show up for you. Robert, one of these was a hit for you. Was it the Giants that was your hit? Yeah, Jerry, you know what? I guess I'm happy that we picked up Tanner Roark. You're talking about, you know, you're a Reds fan also. I guess I'm happy that we picked up Tanner Roark, but isn't his contract number due like pretty large? So, yes, I'm glad the Reds have started spending. Max Scherzer again, refractor. But I would really like for them to spend wisely. Well, look at this. We did collect another one on my wish list. It's Gleyber Torres coming out for the New York Yankees, numbered to 499 with a little refractor ink. Nice, nice, nice. We're fulfilling my wish list as we go here. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm okay with that move, but Sean Doolittle refractor. But we need a lot of pitching help. A lot. And then, of course, you know, I was sad when they traded away Billy Hamilton. Or rather, let him go to free agency. They didn't trade him away. They let him go for nothing, which was a typical Reds move. But anyway. For the Miami Marlins, we have ourselves Dylan Peters with a little rookie refractor. There's Paul DeJong, 35th anniversary for the Cardinals. Jimenez for the Tigers. And the Braves just continue to pull hits out of this break tonight. There is another Lucas Sims. I think that's your second Lucas Sims. It's probably your fourth or fifth hit overall. I don't know. A lot coming out tonight for Atlanta. Jerry, you said it was awesome watching the Chiefs lose. You don't like Kansas City, obviously. That is Ozuna for the Cardinals and Steven Strasburg for the Nats and Greg Allen for the Indians. And behind that, the Giants hit with Ryder Jones. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That's where my NFL loyalty ultimately lies. However, I enjoy watching a lot of teams play. Chris Archer for the Rays with a refractor. And there's Victor again on the 35th anniversary. Ian Happ, Future Stars, freshman Flash Willie Calhoun. So, I mean, if they're a division rival, yes, you know, definitely I'm like, ooh, I don't want that team to do as well as my team does. But once we get outside of the division rivalries, I don't have a lot of strong feelings about, you know, loving or hating particular teams. I just like to watch certain games because I think they're fun to watch. Certain teams play, you know, more fun to watch than others. And, of course, if any teams have some of my UK guys on them, I always want my former UK guys to do well, so I have to have a little rooting interest for all those guys, too. You know, like Randall Cobb up with the Packers, and we've even got a couple guys on the Ravens now, so I have to even kind of occasionally want the Ravens to do well. That's a hard one for me. Well, this is just getting crazy. The Atlanta Braves hit again with A.J. Minter. I mean, when we do the recap, I think we're going to be shocked at how many Braves we find because, hello, it's a lot. A lot of Braves in here tonight. Louis Castillo, my Cincinnati Reds have a refractor heading their way. There's a couple of Oakland A's, but we need to find you some with a little ink to show you a little love, don't we, Jerry? Got to try to conjure them up for you. San Francisco Giants have a refractor. There's a Noah Syndergaard 35th anniversary. Superstar sensation Springer. We have a purple Nicholas Castellanos for the Detroit Tigers to 299. Detroit in the house. And the Dodgers have a little Corey Seager refractor. We're closing in on it, kids. Closing in on it. Aaron Judge, 35th anniversary, and Matt Olson for the A's. Hey, we have a gold wave for the Twins. That is Irvin Santana to 50. That's nice. At least we got one orange, and we still have a pack to go. We could still, or two packs left to go, so we could still have all kinds of things left. You never know what else might be waiting for us here. Addison Russell refractor for the Cubbies. Bryce Harper 35th for the Nats. Barreto Future Stars. Freshman Flash Dominic Smith. All right, we've got 2 packs left and 2 redemptions, so we could also potentially still have some nice hits there in the redemptions. It's been a while since I last opened Topps Chrome, so I can't even remember who we were routinely pulling as redemptions. You guys may be able to, but I have forgotten. Trevor Bauer and the Indians. There's an Acuna again for the Braves. There's a Clayton Kershaw black and white negative parallel for the Dodgers. Yeah, it's like I opened so many different things. If I haven't opened something in a month or two, I have to really try to reset my brain to remember the specifics. It kind of goes right out of my head. Troy Scribner and the Angels, Jake Lamb and the Diamondbacks. There's Manny Machado. The Marlins come up with an autograph here at the bitter end, and that is Brian Anderson closing us out, except not entirely, because we have those to flip over yet. But it's easy when you break it a lot right in a row, because then you can think about, like, the short prints. You just get to recognize them right away, and you know exactly, you know, who your redemptions are likely to be. And as soon as you step back for a few weeks, it's like, wait a minute, what was coming out of there a lot? So Jerry said that that's why the Braves went so high, because they pull the most hits. Not always. I mean, they don't always pull the most hits, but they went really high, of course, because of the possibility of their nice little rookie combos in here. You know, you've got Acuna, and you had the possibility of Ozzie Albies, both of which are really nice rookies for the Braves. So that's a lot of the driving force behind their price, those 2 rookies in particular. Okay, so, oh man, we got another Torres. Can you even believe that? We already pulled 1 live. Now we have the Freshman Flash autograph, and it's orange. Oh, nice. So the Yankees hit with the Torres orange. That'll be to 25 here at the end. We will, of course, go to the Topps checklist and verify that. You guys know I'm a nerd, and I always go to the checklist if it's available, and we will do that. And that's the Braves again, isn't it? He's a Brave as well, isn't he? I think he is. Soroka? I think so. Purple parallel. Wow. Daggone, man. That really just puts the Braves right over the edge, doesn't it? That's insane. All right, let's roll over here. You'll find that I handily already got us to the right page to get to the checklist, because, you know, it's like 5 or 6 pages back. It's actually opened up right there. See? Yeah, I was prepared, wasn't I? Thought we would probably pull some. All right, so we're looking for rookie autograph, Mike Soroka, and then the Gleyber Torres. And again, I mean, I think we can roll right there. You can see Gleyber Torres as a Yankee. We don't even have to scroll down any further for him, but we got to find Soroka here on his on his list, which right now we're just looking at the base cards. But if we see him go by, obviously he would be the same on base as he is on autograph. If I don't just catch him going by, then we'll look for him in his proper category here in a minute. And what did it say it was? Just rookie autograph, not future stars. Freshman Flash is the Gleyber Torres redemption, is a freshman Flash, but it's the autograph version, which that is not the autograph version. All right, Mike Soroka, come out of here, buddy. Right here is where we should find you. There. And he is a Brave. That's what I thought. But, yeah. Huh. How about that? Now we know for sure. And there's Torres up there as well for the Yankees. So, both of those happily verified. Now it is recap time. I got to write this on here. Get this ready to go. I did put those in a sleeve so that I wrote actually on the sleeve, not on your redemption. It really technically shouldn't matter, but to some people it does. So there you go. So that's the deal. Okay, here we go. We're looking obviously at our color and our variations right now, at least the ones that I've got stacked out separately. Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers, the black and white negative. There's Santana, the Twins to 50. There's Nicholas Castellanos to 299 in the purple variation. Alex Reyes to 75 blue. Ahmed Rosario to 150 Mets. And there's a Rafael Devers that I believe is our short print photo variation for the Red Sox. We have Aaron Judge for the Yankees, purple to 299. The Blue Wave, Chris Taylor to 75 for the Dodgers. Black and white negative DeGrom for the Mets. And there's a DeGrom purple to 299 for the Mets. Marcus Stroman orange for the Blue Jays to 25. We have a little gold Manny for the Padres to 50. And we started things off with some blue Brian Dozier for the Twins to 75. Then we have our two redemptions. Gleyber Torres on the freshman Flash orange parallel Yankees. That'll be numbered to 25 when you get it. Should be, I believe. Our rookie autograph purple refractor parallel of Mike Soroka for the Braves. Most of our other purple is to 299, although I think the autograph purple might be a tad lower than that. You know, Topps does that sometimes, but certainly wouldn't be any higher than that anyway. The Marlins with Brian Anderson. The Braves, A.J. Minter. The San Francisco Giants, Ryder Jones. Lucas Sims for the Braves. Gleyber Torres with a refractor to 499 for the Yankees. The Giants have another hit with Chris Stratton. The Nationals have a nice Victor Robles blue rookie to 150. The Pirates, Jordan Luplow. There's that handsome Ronald Acuna coming out for the Braves. What a nice hit. Love that. The Twins with Felix Jorge. The Twins again with Zach Granite. The Texas Rangers, Ronald Herrera. The Orioles managed to pull one out as well. That is Tanner Scott. The Nationals with another blue parallel. This one is Adrian Sanchez to 150. The Giants, Ryder Jones. The Braves with Max Fried. My Cincinnati Reds did pull out one. Tyler Mahle. Started off great and kind of went downhill. I don't know what's going to happen to him next year. The Braves with another A.J. Minter. And the Braves with another Lucas Sims. All right, guys and gals, that is our break for tonight. I will put our spreadsheet information up one more time for anybody who might have missed it. We'll take a spin through what we're breaking here in the days ahead. My little sleeves, I've made a mess of my pile of sleeves. Well, I guess we'll do that in a minute. Anyway, let's get the spreadsheet back up. So if you want to see what we're breaking in the next few days, you're going to get a shot at it right here. And then we'll put up shipping information again, too. Meanwhile, I'll put these up while we're talking about that. So, on Friday night, tomorrow night, we are starting early because it's going to be a long break tomorrow. We're going to start at 9 o'clock. We'll open a 16-box master case of Revolution Basketball. That's 2 8-box inners. And then we will also open a half case of Bowman Draft Jumbo. Half case of that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. It's around 1,600, between 1,500 and 1,600 cards, I think we'll have in that half case. Both of those products come out tomorrow, so we're breaking them both tomorrow night, starting, of course, early at 9 o'clock. I'm guessing that that whole break will probably take close to 3 hours. Revolution is not as bad as it sounds, even though it's 16 boxes. There's not a zillion cards in it, but it's probably a solid hour to break that. And then I'm guessing an hour and a half, maybe a little more than, to get through Bowman Draft. So, yeah, going to settle in tomorrow night for sure. Saturday, we'll do 4th and Goal football box. That's got 4 autographed memorabilia items in it, full-size helmet, mini helmet, jersey, and a photograph. We will also open a half case of 1819 Flawless Collegiate Basketball, another 8-box case of Playbook Football, yay, and a half case of Panini Elite Extra Edition Baseball. We started that case last night, which was its release date. We're going to finish it Saturday. On Sunday, we'll open a Hit Parade licensed football jersey, which means they guarantee us it will not be a custom jersey. It will be an NFL official jersey autographed. We'll open a 3rd case of Leaf Metal Draft Baseball on Sunday night and a 4th case of Obsidian Football, which I have kind of fallen in love with, I'll admit it. On Monday night, we're going to open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey and more Bowman Draft Jumbo half case. On Tuesday night, we'll open another half case of Flawless Collegiate Basketball and another 16-box master case of Revolution Basketball. I don't remember what comes out on Wednesday, but I'm sure something does. So we'll squeeze that in there too. It's going to be a lot of stuff to open over the next few weeks, but we'll get it done eventually. We'll stretch it out and get it filled in eventually. And finally, our shipping for everything that we open tonight should be out the door no later than Monday. So we'll say on or before Monday, it should be out the door. If you did get blanked in anything, I don't think you would in Chrome. I believe every team will have pulled cards here in Chrome. But if you happen to get blanked in Vertex or in Leaf Metal Draft, your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break because it was a paid shipping break. And if you're doing any other consolation cards from prior breaks that were free shipping breaks where I tend to, hang on to them and ship them with the next package, those would go out as well at the same time. So I think that's wrapped up for me tonight. Once again, thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Fridays are usually pretty good because we know we're almost to the weekend. And of course, I will be back at it tomorrow night. So stop by and see me again sometime. And Johnny, you are here. I didn't know if you were here for your Braves, but you were just like quietly hanging out there in the back, and so you are here. You did get to see it. Well, good, man. I'm glad that you got to see the Braves come out. So, all right, thanks everyone. We will catch you the next time. Bye now.